I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh years ago. Used to play a bit
And
of
that's the
the
that's the
Pokemon card
only card
game.
game I'm kind of not really wanting to get into because like year and a half ago, I tried getting into Yu-Gi-Oh with a friend of mine,
Mhm.
and it is so full of one turn double triple whammy you're dead moves.
Yeah.
It's so hyper competitive that a casual player cannot really get into it. Whereas
Well,
Magic doesn't really have that issue. It's separate to brackets. There's also banned stuff as well.
the benefit that Yu-Gi-Oh does have is so Magic has the issue where there are hyper expensive cards. Yu-Gi-Oh
Yes.
has hyper expensive cards, and every so often they're just like, "Ha, fuck you, scalpers, we're reprinting," and just crash.
It's
Just
really funny because like there's a there's a list of banned cards. They call it the
mm,
reserve list in Magic.
mm, mm,
And those are cards that you cannot reprint under any circumstance.
mm,
This includes Black Lotus. Apparently, people would like threaten to sue Wizards of the Coast who make Magic
mm.
for reprinting those cards. Because like, oh, I spent blah 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 amounts of money as an investment towards this card, and
Uh-huh.
if you lower the price by reprinting it, I'm going to sue you because you lost me money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's why they can't reprint stuff like Black Lotus or whatever. Because
yeah.
of that shit. And it's so weird.
Yeah, there's also the what was the card? It's like sold for like $250,000.
Oh, the One Ring?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Post Malone owns that now because he's a big Magic guy.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so for context, when the Lord of the Rings set came, which I have a bunch of Lord of the Rings cards, I love Lord of the Rings. I have a Sauron deck. That's my commander deck.
Mhm.
Um, when Lord of the Rings came out for MTG, they teased that there was going to be one singular printing of the One Ring.
Yeah.
It's like a super duper hyper foil card.
Mhm.
It looks really cool. It's in a booster. Go find it. And it was eventually found. I believe it was eventually bought by Post Malone, who's a
Mhm.
music artist. Because he's a big Magic nerd, apparently.
Mhm. Mhm.
I have also heard, I don't know if this is like substantiated, but there was a rumor I heard from a friend of mine. There is actually more than one of that copy out there because people had to test it.
Mhm.
There was also like friends of like employees who
Right.
probably got like a copy
Yeah.
because of their connections. So there could be more.
Yeah,
We
they're
just don't
obviously
know.
printing samples and things like that that shouldn't have made their way
Yeah,
into production.
yeah. But there could be more that is out there, which is really funny.
Mhm.
Like the Magic sets that I have a Sauron deck. I have a Gandalf deck. So
Mhm.
what the Gandalf deck is, so in Magic you have different types of cards, like how Yu-Gi-Oh does. You
Mhm.
have creatures, sorceries, which you can play only on your turn,
Mhm.
instants, which is you can play on anyone's turn. If someone's like, I cast 10 damage on you, go, nope, counterspell. It's
Mhm.
an
Mhm.
instant card. You also have artifacts and equipment, which is like stuff you can tap for mana or add to a dude or have an effect, or it's like I have one card that I have as an enchantment, which is I believe it's one blue and one colorless.
Mhm.
It's called Unstoppable Plan.
Mm.
At the end of your end step, untap all your permanents.
Mhm.
Broken cards, super cheap to get. So
Mm.
what I do with my Sauron deck involves milling cards and summoning creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield for free,
Mhm.
basically. So what you do is mill a bunch of creature cards, put them out.
Mhm.
Big dudes like 7-9, 8-8. Sauron is a 9-9. Or
Mhm.
is it a 9-9 or 7-7? He's a big dude, basically, as your commander. And for those who don't play Magic, Commander is a standard where you have 100 cards. They all have to be like unique cards. It cannot have two of each,
Mhm.
except lands. Lands are fine. And you have what's called a commander, which you have in a separate zone that you can summon at any time.
Mhm.
And if he gets killed, you have a commander tax, so you have to put 2 more mana on it
Mhm.
to summon that card. So you have your Sauron card, and the point of it is that you have a bunch of big dudes that all attack dude, your enemy for like, big damage. If you go swinging like that, you'll be left down in the open because they're all tapped, and you can't block with tapped creatures. What my unstoppable card does is be like, okay, they're untapped. So I can swing out for big damage and still have my blockers. Like, I spent probably like $100, $200 to like fine tune that deck. It's a physical deck I own, and I made sure it's so good. I love that deck so much. But my Gandalf deck is just like, it's a spell slinger. Just, swing this and this and this and this. It's not creature heavy. What Gandalf's ability is if you cast an instant or sorcery, you also trigger an effect on Gandalf, which I believe is like, you can either copy the instant and choose a new target for it, deal 5 damage, untap a creature or something, or put Gandalf on top of your library. So what this is good for is board wipes. So if you're like, okay, I'm going to cast Blasphemous Act, it deals 12 damage to every creature, which is a board wipe. However, before I trigger Blasphemous Effect's card effect, Gandalf can choose to leave the battlefield, go on top of your library. He's not dead. And then your next turn's draw step, oh, he's in my hand again. Okay, we summon him. Because you don't want Gandalf to die because he goes back in his command zone for 2 more additional mana. You want to keep that mana cost low for Gandalf. So that's a really funny deck. I'm also making what is called a Veni deck. So what this deck is going to be is you can have proxies of various cards. Like, oh, I just have an anime girl as a card, right?
Sure.
There is a card, and I will send this to you on my phone. I don't want to crash my system again.
Crashes anyway.
Cruel Claw. What Cruel Claw is it's got a little otter weasel on it or something.
Sure.
And I'll send you what it looks like. You can put this on screen. It looks like this. It's Cruel Claw.
Okay.
What if that was Veni? What if that was me? So the point of that deck is I'm gonna buy like a really popular like red-black deck called Endless Punishment. I have a physical of it. It cost me an arm and a leg to get because it's a really popular set because it's such a good set. Tweak it a little bit, add a Cruel Claw to it, make a proxy that has me on it as Cruel Claw, Veni deck.
Sure.
Because technically a stoat is related to a weasel, or mustelids, so why not? Go ahead, perfect, great.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all the magic stuff that I'm doing. Because I bought I'm also making a Doctor Who deck, but like, it's sort of a work in progress. Like, my favorite Doctor is the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker. Love that dude. Everyone hates him, but I love him. He's so sarcastic and so mean, but he's great. I'm making a deck based off of him, but like, I'm getting a lot of scraps off of my roommate's decks, because my roommate bought the Blast from the Past Doctor Who the pre-constructed deck. And she was like, I don't like most of this. You can take it. I'm like, okay. So I'm building a deck based off of her scraps, basically. I'm really getting into Magic. That and collecting comics recently has really taken a toll on my wallet. But it's worth it because I'm enjoying it, and you always have to have self-care, when you want to function in life.
Yeah, Magic is something...
Those are the stuff...
Oh, go on.
Go on. No, you want?
I was going to say, Magic is something I've always known people that play Magic. I've just never gotten into it myself.
Yeah, Magic's cool. You should get into it. I will do a collab with you on that if you ever want to get into it. I can show you how that works and everything. It's multiplayer. So you can have more than like 2 people playing it, because the best thing about Commander is that you can play up to 3, 4, 5, 6 people. I don't think there's actually a limit. There's not a limit to players, but the general consensus is like 3 to 6 is usually what you want. 4 is perfect.
Right.
5 is a little much. But like, if you're like, I want like the FF14 deck is probably one I probably recommend you try. Because you like FF14. You can have your Stola as your commander. You can have Grahatia, the Taco Catboy, as your commander as well. But you don't even have to use those your commander. You can technically use any legendary creature card. Or, no, any creature card in general, because there's Pauper Commander, which is all cards have to be regular cards, not legendary. You can have any creature card you want as your commander, which is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a deck that I have had the unfortunate displeasure of being played against, a bunny deck, where it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I have this card called Heir Apparent. And what that does is it looks for other Heir Apparents and makes a bunny token.
Right.
And you can just chain that over and over. Because the commander rule is that you can only use one card, one type of card,
Mm.
or for each. So you can't have like two blasphemous snipes. You can't have two gutter snipes, you know.
Mm.
But Heir Apparent explicitly says you can have up to as many Heir Apparent cards as you want on any deck.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, it is a legal commander deck because of that. And it's a token spam. It's like, okay, I put in Heir Apparent, we saw the Heir Apparents, makes it a bunny token. I put another Heir Apparent, makes some more bunny tokens, some more bunny tokens, some more bunny tokens. It's so many bunny tokens that it overwhelms the player. And I hate it and it sucks. You can add any commander you want, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
It was even a Sonic the Hedgehog little mini set. They call it a secret lair drop.
Oh.
Like 10, 12 cards come out for like, I think they did a My Little Pony doing Afterless Airburn. That's a main series. That's not a secret layers thing.
Mm-hmm.
They did Sonic. Apparently, the Eggman card for that series is being considered to be the highest bracket card. Like, stupid powerful. It's like,
Right.
it's token spam. Was either Eggman or Shadow?
Ah.
It was one or the other, but it was like one of them. I think it was Shadow, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of them, right? No, I think it was Shadow, actually. I think it was Shadow that was that. Let me get the Shadow card. MTG Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog, he is a legendary creature, 4/2, he has haste.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Shadow the Hedgehog or another creature you control with flash or haste dies, draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos control. Each spell you cast has split second if mana from an artifact was spent to cast it, which means I believe you cannot counter it. As long as it's on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Okay, so that was it. It wasn't Eggman, it was Shadow.
Right.
That is stupid powerful that every spell, so this doesn't just include sorceries or instants,
Mm-hmm.
it includes creatures, it includes artifacts, it
Mm-hmm.
includes enchantments. Every single card you cast that isn't a land card now has split second. Because chaos control. Where's my damn fourth Blasphemous Act card?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the card that I was thinking of, not Eggman. Eggman's fine though. I like Eggman.
Mm-hmm.
But Shadow was the card that's like, okay, this is super powerful, we're going in bracket 5. It's like, what the fuck?
I know.
Okay, sure.
I've never been able to really get myself super into a card game. I just like to follow from the outside. So I played Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. I played the Pokemon card game as a kid. But I do occasionally get recommended Yu-Gi-Oh content, and that game is cooked.